So I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'm trying to show the house. So I'm standing in the entryway. Right behind me is the front door. Okay, so all this floor right here that you see is gonna be hardwood. So you walk in, and immediately to the left is a bathroom, technically called a powder room because there's no shower and no tub. And immediately to your right, David Weekley markets this room as a study. And although I would love to work from home, being that I represent criminals for the most part, I'd rather really not do business in my home. So this is going to actually be my music room, where I'm going to practice drums, and hopefully the neighbors aren't too much assholes that they complain about the noise. So I might have to play the electric drums most of the time, but as soon as I move in, I'm going to try to assert my dominance and play the acoustic drums and at least set some sort of precedence for that. Talk about talking like a lawyer, huh? So then you walk in, and to the left, right here, is a little nook. This is actually called a mudroom. There's going to be a nook where you could put tennis shoes, jackets, backpacks. It's going to have hooks in this area, little baskets, place like this. So you come in, you take off your shoes. We're going to do everything here Oriental style. Okay, if you're still allowed to say Oriental. I don't know if you're not allowed to do that anymore. This is a huge utility room. It's absolutely gigantic utility room. Washer and dryer are going to go right there. We're going to get those from Victoria because apparently houses don't come with washers and dryers, but Victoria has some very good washer and dryer that we're going to use. And we'll probably put a really nice big table here, probably some rods. That way all the clothes are in here. 2-car garage. Actually, most of David Weekley's garages were offered in 2.5 or 3-car. This particular model was a two car. So let's go in here. Now, David Weekley, at least in this division, this subdivision, all of their floor plans are open floor plans. So I'm going to pan from left to right. This is the living room with a gas fireplace right there. And it goes right into the dining room. And it goes right into the kitchen. This in front of me is going to be an island. And back towards the main entrance. So working into the kitchen, this is going to be a pantry. It's a walk-in pantry. It's kind of smaller than what I'm accustomed to at my dad's house, but it's bigger than I think. It's bigger than I've ever had. Right here, we're going to have a stove, a gas stove. Apparently, gas is back in vogue. Victoria insisted on a gas stove. Right here is where it's going to have the sink with a ledge, outside, a window, and I think the window's going to have a ledge outside. That way, I guess Victoria can look outside while she's washing dishes, because I ain't going to do it. And there'll be a refrigerator right here. There's going to be a really nice marble. I'm sorry, not marble, not that rich. Granite countertop right here. This is going to be actually a big island / breakfast table. We're going to try to just eat dinner over here. Open floor plan right here. Most likely we're going to have a couch going in this direction and a love seat or 2 chairs going in this direction to make a kind of a L shaped. Okay, go outside real quick. Now we paid extra for this, but this is an elongated porch. The video is not going to do it justice. It's actually very, very long. I would say probably Well, if I was good with numbers, I would have been an accountant or a doctor instead of a lawyer. But to me, it's probably about 50 feet long. It's gonna have 2 ceiling fans in there, a gas grill right here, and down there we're probably gonna put a hot tub. We're not gonna put a pool because the subdivision has 2 very nice pools. You see how it has the vaulted ceiling? All this up here is gonna be open, so it's gonna be extra long, or extra tall ceiling, I guess we should say. The master's is gonna come over here. There's gonna be a little tiny linen closet right here for blankies and pillows and stuff like that. And it's not really a linen closet because that would go inside the room, but this is for outside the room to use in the family room, the living room. So it's mostly blankies, and I would assume stuff like that. Comes right into our room right here. This is the master's room. I absolutely wanted a master's downstairs because we're going to live in this house probably about 30 years or more, and I don't want to have a hard time going upstairs when I'm old. So I absolutely insisted on having the master's bedroom downstairs. A nice view of the countryside outside. Again, we are in Schertz, so it's semi-country, semi-city, but it's more so country. But this is the master's bedroom, and we go into the master's bath. It's going to have a private toilet right here. This is going to have a door. That way you're using the bathroom and your partner could come into the other part of the bathroom and not disturb you. His and her sink. And here's the money shot right here. Or here's what I probably shouldn't call it the money shot, but here's what sold me on the, I guess it shouldn't have sold me on the house, but it did. But it shouldn't have because it was an option. There's no tub in the master bathroom. It's going to be a walk-in shower. So you're going to walk in so. Take a shower right here. The nozzle's going to be, the wall's not here yet, but it's going to be somewhere around here. And then you get to look outside. You get to look outside while you're taking a shower. It's going to be really nice. Actually, I think the nozzle might be right there. So, big, gigantic walk-in closet. This is probably all going to be Victoria's area. And this under the stairs will probably be mine, which I don't mind. This piece of wood's actually going to be removed, so there'll be nice storage under the stairs. That'll probably be for excess drum stuff that doesn't fit in the drum room. In the drum room, I do have 3 very expensive drum sets and 1 semi-expensive electronic kit, which are going to be in there. And then for loud practices, I'm hoping we continue to do those still at Brian's house, which is out in the country in Seguin. That way I can leave my less expensive practice kit over there. It makes it so much easier for me than having to transport drum kits. Okay, so we're going upstairs here. Now this is probably my favorite room. It looks kind of small, but actually it's just big enough to be cozy. And this is what they call a upstairs retreat, or a loft, or a kids play area, whatever you want to call it. But there's going to be a wall right here where we're going to put a TV, and most likely we're going to put a couch against this wall, and either a chair or a love seat against that wall, and make it like a sectional L. And that's the way you're supposed to. Well, I don't want to say you're supposed to, but I think I'm pretty good in decorating. Oddly enough for a guy to say that, but I think I am. So the nice thing about this house is there's actually 4 bathrooms. You saw 2 bathrooms downstairs so far. The next bathroom, this is going to be, until we have more kids, this is going to be the guest quarters. It's going to have a high arch right here. And I like to pretend it's going to be a private guest bath. There's going to be a sink right here, toilet right there, bathroom, shower combo right there, and a guest room, a big closet. Now all this is going to be walled off, but again, this just shows you how the living room is going to have high ceiling and beautiful view of the countryside out here in Schertz. I was really happy to find what I wanted in this area because I did grow up in Converse, and Schertz is right next door, so it's not too far away, but it is far enough away, if you know what I mean. So going back into the upstairs area. Now this is probably going to be, well, depending if we have more boys or more girls, this is probably going to be one of each for right now, but Victoria has 2 boys, Justin and Jeremiah, and I guess they're kind of like my boys now, and this is going to be the room that they're sharing. They're sharing it for right now because they're both pretty young, but this room right here is gigantic. It's probably bigger than the master room, the master bedroom, but they're going to share this right here, put two nice twin beds, so they're going to have plenty of room to play and stuff like this. And then right here, this is going to be hopefully for our first child's room. If everything goes good with that, this will be our first child's room. And if it's a boy, when he gets older, we'll just move him over here and move Justin over here, and he'll have his own room. If it's a girl, then we'll have to figure other things out. Regardless, here's another bathroom up here. That's one thing that I really liked about this, is there's 2 bathrooms upstairs and 2 downstairs. So there's going to be the sink, toilet, tub, and shower. So I've really not seen too many houses with 4 bathrooms. That really impressed me, just because I hate having to use the bathroom and waiting for somebody. Here's going to be the closet for the boys' room. There's a walk-in attic here. There's not a whole bunch of flooring, but it's a small walk-in attic. I like that the water heater is up here. Most people end up putting them in the pantry, which I don't like, or even worse, in the garage, which I don't like. And you might have missed it earlier, but when I had mentioned that this is going to be hopefully our first child's room, they have a closet as well right here. Show you a front view of the neighborhood from the windows. It's very nice, very hot, bright, sunny day today. Now, one of the things that, for lack of a better word, I really got pissed off about is that I'm not going to give you prices, but this house was about, I will say over $100,000 our budget. So you take what I was planning to spend, and it was over $100,000 more. And I was actually probably closer to even more than that, but I'd rather not get into the specifics. But what really upset me is that absolutely everything in this neighborhood was extra. And I don't mean upset like I'm mad. I mean upset like, oh man, it's more money that we're gonna have to spend. All the houses in this neighborhood are in cul-de-sacs, and as some people know, the 3 most important things in real estate is location, location, location. So the location out here in the country, for one, is going to be expensive. And 2, cul-de-sacs cost more than having your house on a regular street. As a matter of fact, they charged us $22,000 for this particular lot. So hopefully everything's going to be worth it, though. I feel really good about this house. I absolutely love it. Frankly, I was kind of embarrassed that I didn't buy a house sooner than this, but Um, hey, I paid off my student loans, and that was kind of the priority. I wanted to make sure I didn't starve to death doing that. So, okay, well, that's it. This should be done February or March. Bye-bye, house.